how you doing? Justin here. Today we are checking out The Long Train Runnin' by the Doobie Brothers. One of the greatest guitar funk tunes of all time. Really, really great fun to play. There are quite a few different guitar layers going on here on electric guitar and acoustic guitar. I'm going to show you the main ones, but you're going to have to use your ears a bit as well and have a listen to the original recording. So let's get to a close-up and check out how to play it. Okay, this is it. This is the Long Train Running riff. So it's all based around a G minor 7 chord up here at the 10th fret. Okay, so making sure that the first finger is muting the thicker string there. Then we're going to have 10th fret, 14th fret, 10th fret, 11th fret, 10th fret. Okay, that's a G minor 7 chord. We actually start by lifting first and third fingers off though and playing just a bar at the 10th fret. And then we're hammering the second and third fingers down together. Okay? You also need to be able to relax the chord to get a muted sound. Okay, the acoustic's got a lot more of these muted sounds in it than the electric guitar part has, although they're playing principally the same part. So I'm going to give you one example, but you feel free to put in a few more clicks if you feel it a little different. But I'm going to give you one specific pattern which is very close to the electric guitar part on the original recording. So really slowly now, let me go through what's going on. So we have a down strum on those first strings and then the hammer on, and then we've got an up strum, a down strum, then 4 muted strums, which will be down, up, then another down strum on the chord, another down strum on the chord, and then up strum will be the second and third fingers off, just revealing that bar at the 10th fret. Let me put some rhythm to that now for you. So what we've got here is 1 E and a 2 and a 3 E and 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 and a 3 E and 4 E and a down hammer, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down hammer, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, 1 E and a 2 and a 3 E and 4 E and. Okay, so the acoustic one, a lot more kind of this scratchy. It's got this going on at every available opportunity on the acoustic guitar part. But if you listen to between the two different speakers, you hear that electric guitar one doesn't have quite so much of that clicky stuff going on, just that. Really, really great. So much fun playing that riff, especially along with the original recording. I definitely recommend that you get into doing that. So the verse starts, we're playing 4 bars of that riff, first of all, on the G minor 7. And then we move to a C minor 7. Okay, so this is barring the 8th fret with the first finger. And then we put the third finger down the 10th fret of the 5th string and little finger down in the 11th fret of the 2nd string. So 8, 10, 8, 8, 11, 8. Okay, and then little finger moves down 1 fret to a C minor 6. So C minor 7 to C minor 6. The rhythm pattern here is 1 and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and 1 and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and 1 and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and 1 and 2 E and 3 up, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, down, up. You slow that down because it's a little bit unusual. Big deal again, remembering to keep that hand moving all the time. We have 1 and 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 and 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 and 1 and 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 and 1 and 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 and. Then we're going to an E flat bar chord there. The 5th string root, there's the E flat note, which is the 6th fret of the 5th string, A-shaped bar chord. Then we go to a D sus. Okay, so we're starting with the E flat chord. We move it down 1 fret and put little finger down in the 8th fret of the 2nd string, making sure we don't want to play the thinner string there. And the thicker string also should be muted by the tip of the 1st finger. So E flat, 1, 2, 3, 4. D sus 4 to D. Back to riff. Okay, so let me play once through that whole form there for the verses. So 3, 4. And that's the form for all of the verses there. It does actually that twice, and then we've got start getting a few variations. So the first variation is where we have these stops, and what we've got is this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, so what's going on there with the stops is just a down strum on beat 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. So it's up, down, down on the 4 E and 1, 2, 3, 4 E and 1, 2, 3, 4 up, down, down, 2, 3, 4 up, down, down. 2. Now there's a few different approaches that he does at various points in the song. So he either just keeps the chord there like I just showed you, and with this 1, 2, 3, 4 E and 1. Second time through he goes, okay, so the up down is a semitone lower in the G flat minor 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes you'll hear him just lift off the fingers. 2, 3, 4. Sometimes. Okay, there's various points in the song that he'll do each of those. I'm sure your ears will tell you as you listen through. The rest of it, okay, it's the same there with the C minor 7 to the C minor 6. I should point out as well, actually, while we're talking about that C minor 7, C minor 6, I would normally have played these chords here, C minor 7 being 3rd fret, 5th fret, 3rd fret, 4th fret, little finger down in the 6th fret, and move little finger down a semitone to get the C minor 6 chord. And there's definitely no harm in doing that. The only reason I've chosen to do it this way is in research for this lesson I found a video of the Doobie brothers playing it, and 2 or 3, I think 3 of the guitar players are all playing it the same way up here, so I'm guessing that might be the way to do it, you know. But again, you can definitely play it that way. It's essentially the same chord, you're just missing that top note, which I do quite like on the C minor 6, I must say. I slightly prefer that one. So it goes through, it's got the stops, then there's a solo which is over the regular verse progression. It does the stops again, and then the next time there's another slight variation on the G minor, which is going. Okay, so just 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1. Okay, very simple, and then it's back again. And then we're there, and that's the E flat, and then the D sus to D, and then it goes to a C minor. A little bit of a Hendrix kind of a thing. Can't remember exactly the riff, but it's something along those lines. And then you're back to. It's really, really super cool, this song. Now the other obvious part that you hear in this song is this. Now I must admit, I wasn't particularly sure. I thought originally what I was hearing was just 2nd fret, 3rd fret on the 3rd string, 3rd fret on the thinner string to 1st finger on the 1st string. It's kind of what I thought it was at first. And again, watching a little bit of video stuff, there's definitely what's being played live is this, which is second finger in the 7th fret of the 4th string, sliding up to the 8th fret, third finger playing the 8th fret on the 2nd string, and then playing the 6th fret on the 2nd string and the 7th fret of the 4th string together. And sometimes it's going down to that as well. That seems to be only live ones. But it does make for a nice second part. If you're playing in a band, to have that as an additional layer that you can use is pretty cool. So one thing I think is really worth checking out in this song is the difference between the acoustic guitar and the electric guitar in the intro. Now you'll hear a lot more scratches, those muted strums there in the acoustic guitar part than you hear on the electric. And it takes up a lot more space in the mix. So be aware of the effect of putting lots of scratches in, because sometimes you don't want too many, and if too much scratching fills up all the space and doesn't leave a gap for other instruments, you know. So it's really worth being aware of it. Don't just allow, particularly in funk, when you get that hand move, and it's very tempting to be scratching all the time, to be having a continuous kind of noise coming out of your guitar. But having a bit of space and sometimes letting chords ring out a bit longer is a really nice thing in a track. And bands like the Doobie Brothers are really great at the interplay between having a lot of scratches and not having a lot of scratches in different parts of the songs, you know. So just be aware of that, and again, listening to the original recording and really trying to absorb in those subtleties, I think is a really good thing, and I'm sure it'll increase your enjoyment of the song and of music in general when you refine your ears a bit more and learn how to hear those details. It's a lot of fun, I think. Of course, you can just have some fun with it and play it rough and ready as you like, but paying attention to those things will really kind of lift your game as a guitar player, I think. So have a lot of fun with it, and I'll see you for plenty more funk lessons very soon. But check out the website for the funk course if you haven't sussed that one out already, and I'll see you for more later. Bye bye.